What's going on, YouTube? This is BBSP. I'm back with another video, and I just wanted to touch on something real quick about the Lakers. We'll touch on the Lakers. This team, man, I tell you what, they got to be the biggest dumpster fire in the league right now, man. You know what I mean? And they don't know what the hell they're doing. You got Phil Jackson in his feelings because LeBron's there. Rob Pelinka drops the ball on every goddamn thing. And Jeannie Buss is too concerned about being a goddamn celebrity. You know what I mean? Now, from what I observe, like, everything they do is ass backwards. Everything they've been doing is ass backwards ever since the late Jerry Buss passed. You know, and ever since Jerry Buss passed, it's been a dysfunction, nothing but dysfunction with that franchise, man. You know what I mean? From the fans to the way they're drafting, so-called drafting, to running through coaches, you know? Yeah, and it's like, for me, I'm gonna do another video. LeBron fucked up going there, man. LeBron really fucked up going there. Like I said, there were better basketball options here, you know? And better off staying in Cleveland or either going to the Sixers or possibly going back to Miami Heat when I really think about it. But that's neither here nor there. I'm going to say that for another time. You got to wonder now, man, do they really need to blow this thing up? Because they have no cap flexibility. They really can't sign nobody of importance because Russell Westbrook's contract is pretty much have handicapped them. Only the Lakers would trade an outstanding contract for, trade all their depth for Russell Westbrook. And, I'm even going back to farther than that. They fucked up not re-signing all the people from the 2020 team, you know? You brought in guys that don't even really fit the system and they're too one-dimensional, you know? From what I remember, Dennis Schroeder was one-dimensional and he really couldn't run the offense, especially when LeBron was out. Montrezl Harrell is undersized and Wesley Matthews don't even belong in the NBA now. We've seen that this past season, even with the Milwaukee Bucks. When he was with the Milwaukee Bucks, he's seen that firsthand in the series against the Boston Celtics. And at this point, he needs to call it a career, Wesley Matthews, man. Russell Westbrook declined, really wasn't a fit from the get-go. And I'm really starting to wonder if there's something that happened between him and the coaching staff to the point where he just didn't care anymore, And I like Russ. Russ is one of my favorite players in the league, but I gotta call it right down the middle, keep it 100, man. Like, he really hampered the situation. He really hindered the situation here. I'm thinking like, if anything, if they can they understand what's going on. I mean, they're veterans. They're good enough veterans to where they can sacrifice. And they can make this thing work. When it was the total opposite. Plus, you have LeBron playing too many minutes, and like I got a lot of wear and tear. And at this point, he can no longer carry a team on a nightly basis to the point where he can will them to wins and will them at least to 50 wins and then put them in a position to make a title run. Them days are long gone and over with LeBron James. End of the day, And Anthony Davis, I recently saw the video, you know what I mean? And Bang touched on this live stream earlier, man. Shout out to Weezy Bang. If you ain't subscribed to the cat, if you ain't subscribed to the brother, subscribe to him. He got great content, he got good content, and he always very creative. He's creative with his platform. So if you ain't subscribed to Weezy Bang, go and subscribe to Weezy for me. You know what I mean? Get back to Anthony Davis, man. I think he's one of those guys to where, number one, on top of him being injury prone, and that's a major problem. See, he was injury prone in New Orleans, but it seems to have compounded nowadays with the Lakers. I don't know if it's because of demands, the serious demands, or what. See, With the New Orleans Pelicans, he picked and choose. He can get away with that because there are no expectations. Now there's expectations when you're playing with the Los Angeles Lakers, and it's gotten worse. I think the point we get into the point now where Anthony Davis, I don't think, cares enough about playing basketball anymore in his life. Basketball is secondary in his life now. When he said that statement, he's got nothing left to prove. I really think that he really meant that. And like I said, he's going to go by the way of, he's going to be Ralph Sampson with a ring here pretty soon, man. Because I don't see him with the way he's carrying himself, the way he goes about with his off-season regimen, and his approach to the game. I don't see him lasting in the league in another couple of years. And because of that, I see him ending up like Ralph Sampson with a ring. Ralph Sampson with a ring. That's what it's gonna be for Anthony Davis. Because I see a guy that's not motivated. I see a guy that's lackadaisical. I see a guy that's just going through the motions, man. You know what I mean? And that video just like, it really shocked me of how far he's fallen off. But then again, it shouldn't be. Like, just like 2.5 years ago, you could say he was a top 5 player in the NBA. Now, you can even make the argument he's not even top 25, top 30. Because right now, I can name like 10 players that are hands down better than him right now. So there's that, and the dysfunction within the organization, man. Like, I don't know. I mean, at this point, LeBron's not going to sign that extension. It looks like they're stuck with Russ, and they can't do much with their roster to the point where now they may have to bring back some of them guys, some of the old players who were so much of a negative on the floor, you know, like Carmelo, Dwight, Get Bazemore, and Wayne Ellington. It's basically going to be the same story, different year. And at this point, I don't see how they can even make the playoffs with how they're currently constructed, man. I do not see how they can make the playoffs as currently constructed. So what do you do? I mean, looks like LeBron's just going to play out his contract, and after that, who knows what happens after that? Anthony Davis is damaged goods, and Russell Westbrook is a bad contract who doesn't fit within the team schemes. I mean, I know Darvin Ham has a plan, but we've seen we have enough sample size to know where this Russ and AD and LeBron dynamic is not going to work because they're not on the same page. Russ has his own agenda. Russ feels like that he should be the guy, you know? AD is all over the place, and Bron at this point is like, man, I'm just going to play hard and let the chips fall where they may. And that's what last year took on, you know what I mean? Then you have the whole Phil Jackson, LeBron dynamic. Phil Jackson can't stand LeBron. Phil Jackson wants LeBron up out of there. Talking about let's build around Russell Westbrook, which is just don't make no kind of sense. And everybody seems to be taking pointers from Phil Jackson and Kurt Rambis, you know? And it don't make sense. So, I don't know, man. It's, they caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't see a scenario in which they're even come close to being competitive next year. It's going to be the same story as this past season. Perhaps maybe even worse because LeBron's going to be a year older. He's more injury prone now. We all know the story about AD. And Westbrook is not a good fit. And who knows what the team's going to look like next year. Who can even afford to even sign? Because that Westbrook contract. It's really fucking him up, really handicapping him. But I don't know. What do y'all think? Y'all think they should blow it up? Me personally, I mean, you ain't got no choice at this point because, like you said, like I said, no cap flexibility. You really can't sign nobody noteworthy that can actually help this team. So, yeah, I think at this point you just need to cut your losses and blow it up. If that means even trading LeBron or trading AD, hey, so be it. Like I said, LeBron fucked up going there any damn way. Forget the championship. The Laker fans don't even appreciate that shit anyway. Don't even embrace that shit anyway. So it's like you wasting your time there, man. You know what I mean? I really think that LeBron's old lady, and this no disrespect, she had a major role in him going out there to LA. Plus, his family had their heart set on there. But like I said, they were way better basketball options than this franchise. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section. You know what I mean? Like, subscribe, and I'm out.